Good evening. Good evening. Thanks for hopping on. I'm just going to go over a couple things real quick and hopefully you guys can see this. I'm sharing my screen right now. Let me just make sure it's actually showing the group. Oh, here we go. Hope, Health, and Happiness group. Can you see that? Okay, perfect. So you guys hopefully are already members of the Hope, Health, and Happiness group. This has always been our customer support group. It's also where we would put our potentials, people that are interested in Plexus and haven't ordered yet. It's where we would add them and tag them in some testimonies, product information, and we would message them to follow up. So that would be the ATM method. So I'm going to just go over that. A lot of you are familiar with this. Some new people are not familiar with this method. I think it's going to be really important for us to be doing this method with the way things are changed with how people enroll now. And it's going to be really important to be utilizing this group now. So you're going to see some changes being made to this group here in the next couple of days. I'm going to work on it this evening and this week to change it to be more in line with our changes of our comp plan now and how people enroll. So basically how it would work is when you have a potential, you would add them to this group. If they're, you guys are starting a conversation outside of this space, outside of Plexus. Outside of Facebook or whichever method you guys are having a conversation back and forth, right? You would add them to this group and you would send them a message and say, hey, I've added you to this group. Make sure you accept the invite. And the reason I've added you to this group is because I'm going to tag you in a couple of testimonies that I think you would really relate to. I'm also going to tag you in a little bit of product information. And then I want you to check out our guide section, which is right here at the top, this tab, the guide section. And that's going to have the information on the different ways to purchase, what those mean, what that looks like, the welcome pack options, how to order, and so forth. So you'll be seeing some updates in here over the next couple of days. I'm going to go in here and change a lot of this stuff out. But what you would do is in the search bar up here at the top, you're going to type in something that may be interesting that they will relate to. Are they pregnant? Are they nursing? Are they struggling with IBS? Are they struggling with migraines? Are they struggling with, they just want to focus on weight loss? You can find some amazing before and after pictures and weight loss pictures. Are they struggling with any kind of gut health issues? Type that in there. Find these testimonies. There's hundreds in here because we've had this group for so many years. There's just hundreds, and there's tons and tons of product information. Any product you can, of our product that we have, you can find information on in here. And there's product sheets and product information that I'm going to be updating in here as well. Product tips and directions, all of that's in the guide section. So the other way that I feel like we should really be utilizing this group now, and we hadn't really been doing this so much with this group, is welcoming anyone who's a new customer. So obviously they're all going to be customers. Okay. The way that we are enrolling people now, we cannot enroll anybody as a brand ambassador. We have to enroll them as a customer. So they choose between retail or VIP. Obviously VIP is going to be a much better option for them because the pricing, the benefits they get, the welcome pack options, and so forth. And once they have done that and they have enrolled, either way, retail or VIP, but you want to welcome your VIPs. And this is going to be, I think, really critical for us moving forward, because in the past, like we had, maybe just welcomed people on our team page, right? And those were ambassadors. Well, now that everybody's a customer and the only way they become a brand ambassador is by upgrading for free to be a brand ambassador, I think it's really critical that we connect them right away and to our groups. This particular group, I think we get them in here right away and we welcome them and say, I want to welcome my newest VIP, Sarah Smith. She's really excited to get her journey started. It could be a picture of her, which people love that kind of attention. And it just makes them feel good that you would take the time out of your day to grab a picture of them off their Facebook profile and go in there and welcome them into the group and say, hey, this is my friend Sarah. I'm so excited that she's just joined as my newest VIP. Give her some love, give her a shout out. And that's it. That's really all you're doing. You're just going to connect them to the group. And I think that this is just going to be a really critical starting point to get people started on the right foot with their journey and to feel like they're a part of something, and they can ask questions in here. You can say, hey, utilize this group. It's to help you. You can type different things in the search bar. You can use our guide section. You can post questions. However you want to utilize this group, please feel free to utilize it. So I think this is going to be really critical for us to connect those VIPs from the start, because we're not just going to sign VIPs and not ever talk to them about upgrading to a brand ambassador. It's going to be really important to talk about that from the very beginning and say, you're a VIP, but you do have the option to upgrade for free once you enroll someone on your referral link. Make sure you save that referral link, send it to me, what your referral link is, so I can save it. So in case you ever need it, someone's, your mom wants to give it a try, you want an accountability party, your partner, your best friend, your neighbor, someone sees you out drinking the pink drink. Hey, what's that? Guess what? You have a referral link and you can get free product. Does that sound like something that'd be interesting to you? Right. So right away, we have to make sure they know that about the referral link, that they're getting connected with our groups, that we're welcoming them. We're making them feel like, hey, they're a part of something now. They're not alone in this. There are a lot of other people who are on the same journey with them. And then the other critical thing is introducing them to other people on your team, that there are other people that are going through the same journeys that they are. You might say, hey, I'm going to start a Facebook Messenger chat or a text chat with my friend Barry. And I'm going to introduce you to her because I think you'd really like her story. She's got a great testimony about migraines and how the products have helped her she's been taking them for 8 years. So, or almost, 7 years, whatever. I lose track. So she has some great advice, and she just really, knows a lot about the product. She's been with Plexus for a long time now. So something to that effect, whoever your sponsor is, your upline is, and you would introduce them and get them connected. So again, there's a couple of aspects, a couple layers here. So it's connecting them to our group. It's making them feel really welcome. It's getting them pumped up and excited, making sure they have all the resources at their fingertips, that they know exactly what their benefits are. They know they have that referral link, and that you connect them with other people who are on the same journey. So they don't feel like they're doing something that is weird or different or no one else is doing, so that you want them to feel really excited and comfortable about that they've purchased. Like, you don't want them to feel like, oh gosh, am I going to regret this? Is it going to work for me? They may have those questions, but if you can connect them with people and they get to know people where it is working for them, and they hear these stories, these real stories, they see these testimonies, which we're constantly putting new testimonies in the Hope, Health, and Happiness group. They're seeing that it's working for people. This is important for us to connect them and get them seeing that, right? We're going to be doing some fun things in the group, in the Hope, Health, and Happiness group, giveaways, like Fun Friday giveaways, events, online little events, like 30-minute events in there, live videos, all of those fun things to keep people connected and engaged. We're going to be doing tons of that, and really just utilizing this group in the way we really should be. So I think that that's going to be super important to our success with our VIPs, because the more they see someone has, and another thing, when the people upgrade and they use their link and they decide to upgrade to brand ambassador, we're going to have to make a really big deal about that too. When that happens, it's like, whoa, look who just became a brand ambassador. So again, that's something we can do in our team page and our Rockin' team page. And, and also in your little chats you may have going on with just your smaller teams. It's like, hey, I want to welcome so-and-so. She just upgraded to a brand ambassador and she is so pumped to get started. And, again, you've got to connect them. You've got to make them feel like what they have just decided to do is a good decision, and that there's a lot of other people doing it too. and a lot of other people that are really seeing success. Because think about it, if you don't connect them and it's just it's just them, they only know you in Plexus, that's it. Their connection with Plexus is only you. It's going to be hard for them to have a vision for what is possible for them. If all they know is you, they need to be connected to the team, the group, the community that is Plexus, so that they can, there may be someone that they connect to, a story that they see that from our team, from our community. And they're going, you know what? I really relate to her. I understand where she's coming from, or maybe it's when you have invited them to one of our Zoom calls and they connect that way and they hear from someone and they say, you know what, this makes sense to me. I can see myself doing this, right? So that's the critical part of connecting people to our groups, to our community, right? So hopefully you guys agree with that too, and that you feel like that's an important aspect to this new way of enrolling. I just feel like that is absolutely critical to our overall success in our team. Honestly, is just getting them connected, getting them fired up, making sure they're excited about what we have going on with Plexus. And that's basically it. I mean, I know it's not complicated, guys. It really isn't. It's just following the steps, following the system, and doing it with every single person, right? And not just this person, but every single person that you have talked to about Plexus. You're going to not just even before they enroll. It's connecting them to our community even before they've enrolled, right? Through our Hope, Health, and Happiness group, or through maybe a 3-way chat, 4-way chat that you're doing. And that's where those messenger parties are really great too, because that's another way to connect them to our community. And they're seeing real people in these chats that are having success and that are excited about Plexus too. It's not just them, and it's not just this you and them kind of thing. There's a huge community of people who absolutely love these products, that are seeing results. And that's going to encourage them. And I remember, I think back when I was brand new, if my sponsor, Laura, had not connected me to our community and I hadn't met all these amazing people, I wouldn't have seen what was possible. I wouldn't have been able to have the vision cast for me of what was possible with Plexus. And with not just with, I'm not talking business, I'm talking just even with the products, like, because sometimes it's slow going, right? I mean, people aren't going to like, boom, have results like overnight. They're just not. Some people do, a lot of people don't. It takes time, but they need to see people having success with the products on a regular basis. They need to have that sprinkling, that dripping of Plexus success stories on them. They need to see that it's really working for people. They need to hear about these stories. They have to have that exposure, that continued exposure to people who are loving what we have and that are sharing it and that are excited to share it. And they're seeing results, not just with the products, but they're also seeing business results. So that's basically it. That's just what I wanted to focus on for tonight. Then keep it simple, stick to a plan, stick to a system of adding them, tagging them, and messaging them. The ATM method. It's add, tag, message. Add them to the group or the chat. You tag them in some testimonies in our group. You message them when you follow up and say, hey, I've added you, I've tagged you. What do you think? Let me know what your thoughts are. Let's get you started. Or they've already started. So it's, hey, let's make sure you get the best results from the products that you've just ordered. Did you see what I just tagged you in? Right? So that's the add, tag, and message method, ATM.